let's get this going. Let's see if I can get this to load up, show that we're actually live. Give me just a second, y'all. It says we're up and going. I don't want to actually see the stream. Here we go. Okay. You guys can see me here. Hello, hello. Let's see if I can get this to load up, show that we're actually live. Give me just a second, y'all. Let me turn down the volume of this so you guys don't have to hear it. Alright guys, well, I'm setting up here in the office and getting some things adjusted. Let me bring this around. Just 1 second here. Tonight's live stream won't be super long. There we go, get this moved. Alright. Bring this up. We've actually got an unboxing to do. I'll get this here just a few minutes. Looks like a couple people are trying to join in. Hey, Juan, how are you, sir? You stateside or are you in Puerto Rico? Hopefully, when I emailed you, or actually when I text messaged you the other day, hopefully that gentleman in Canada got a hold of you. I know he was trying to get some messages. He needed some parts. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna sit down here for a second. I'm moving the office around. As you guys can see, we've changed up the background here a little bit, and decided. Well, not so much decided. I've been getting some really cool artwork, which is hanging up over here. That's some. It's a disabled vet charity with. I want to say. I totally lost track of who actually did the rifle. I've posted it on Instagram. Granted, the artist is named Jay, who did it. He's actually out of Ireland. But the rifle and the company, I think the company that actually sponsored it is Norovsky. I think is the actual rifle company. Totally wasn't thinking about getting it in live stream, but this showed up, was gifted to me, so it actually got hung up, and I folded my flag and stuck it inside a display case. So it actually got parade folded, and we went ahead and set up and did the new logo, and I'm going to have a bunch more pictures and some artwork actually going to go up. We've actually got some professional pictures of the Vulcan, some range day stuff, and just to make it a little bit more interesting here towards the back of the wall. So, let's see, group. I've been very busy, but I do have the parts. Oh, well, that's awesome. Thank you, sir. Well, guys, let's see, where are we going to start off? I'll hold up on the holsters. Let's talk about where the SSG-08's at the moment. So then we'll clear up some table space. Miss T and Steyer went out the other day, and for the first time in almost 3 years, finally put some rounds downrange. It wasn't due to the lack that she hadn't had the opportunity to. We were just looking for the proper range, and I've been doing a massive project with this rifle, and basically I was being stingy with it and just didn't want, I wanted to document every round that's been fired out of this, and no one actually has gotten to shoot this until literally here in the last 30 days. So some people have gotten some time behind it. She did, and we took her out and she did some battleship zeroing. So these were her very first 10 rounds with the rifle, with my zero, all my setup, so it was not matched to her, so we just dialed her in, but check that out. I thought it was pretty impressive. This was a 100-yard zero. And hopefully you guys have seen the video where she actually went out to 415 meters. Or actually, sorry, take that back, 415 yards. Just under 400 meters. So she went out, rang steel. Those were actually face size or 6-inch targets. So if you take your thumb, kind of do the surfer dude, that's how the diameter of those targets are. And she put multiple rounds on those. So I was super proud of her that she got out and tried it, and she's never shot steel, never shot distance, and hasn't ever gone past 100 yards. So she instantly went from 100 to 400 yards. So we're working with that, and that kind of leads into the 0 to 1 mile project and what that is. And that project is actually ramping up dramatically. This will be the first time for public information about it. Guys, on May the 4th, you're really going to want to tune into the channel. Check out the video that's going to drop that afternoon. I'm finishing everything up. We're going to get it uploaded. We're going to start putting out a bunch of pictures on Instagram and Facebook. There's a news press article that I've written that's going to talk about this rifle and the 0 to 1 mile project, which is, if you just hashtag it or type it into Google, it is 0 to 1 mile making the shot. So that's what I've been doing with this rifle. We'll talk a bit more about it here shortly, kind of where we're at, what's all on it, and I seriously have to clean it this weekend because it's had about 100 rounds to it. It hasn't been cleaned. So that's it. So what the live stream's about tonight, for a few minutes, I sent a prototype to DoubleClick. I'm 90% sure this is not the prototype that's actually been made, but these are some other style of holsters for the Steyr line of pistols. So, guys, it's literally, I have an idea what's in here, but I don't know officially what's in here. So let's find out together. Trusty Benchmade. Let's not cut a finger off. Be really bad. Alright, let's see. I have a personal message. I will read this one in detail a bit later, but I got a nice personal message from DoubleClick. And I have been needing, we have some more business cards. Guys, and if you are unaware of and you're looking for a holster, granted, it was originally set up for the Steyr holsters, but if you go to DoubleClick's website, so go to DoubleClickHolsters.com, look them up, Google them, pull up here everything, make sure we got everything. If you want to email, you can email David at DoubleClickHolsters.com. They are a U.S. company. Everything they source here is the stateside. It's built right in Texas. But if you'll use the discount code TNSteyr10, you can save 10% on anything that they make. Custom orders, instant pulls, anything that you want. So they have been a big help in supporting the channel. And let's see, make sure no other hidden goodies. You guys know the procedures, we toss it. What else we got? And it's been wrapped twice. Bubble wrap. Bubble wrap. What else we got? Let's see. Well, have a new inside the waistband holster. An extra clip. Empty bag. And what is this one? You guys are getting to see this all firsthand and everything that we're getting. Ooh, okay. Oh, this is... Haha. Alright, that works. Alright, check it out, see what we got here. Well, let's start off with the first one. These all look like they are inside the waistband holsters. And this is actually one for the A2 model. So, you guys know I've carried and had over a year. I've actually demoed it at the range days, in my events, and anytime I go out, if I do an inside the waistband, I actually have one for the A1, and I've been kind of disappointed because I can't stuff the A2 in it. and looks like DoubleClick has set me up with that. They have done a new style here on the side. Normally I like 2 retaining clips on here, but they do have set up for a single point, and that is actually what this is right here. And this is one of their custom made belt clips. So it is not a standard one. It's actually folded over and rolled, and when this thing goes in, I've seen some of the it's actually captured here on the back. So basically this is a captured belt clip. So once this goes in, it's not quick detach where these are. So very interesting, and it's got a good line of movement. Let's see here. These are the top lines. You can go from there to there. So I'd say it's probably got about 2.5 inches of movement. Looks like there'll be 1, 2, 3, about 4 different sections where you can move it to and latch everything in. And it's got all the same type of hardware. The rubber O-rings, they're actually torque heads or star bits. So that's cool. So that's a new one for the A2. And let's see, this one here is a ghost slide. A very unique design. Holsters 2 pieces. Looks like it's bonded together here on the back side, but the whole top side of it is open with a single point. So this is different. I saw a picture of one of these. He DoubleClick actually kind of explained what this holster was, and didn't really get to see a whole lot of them or haven't played with one. So this will be different on how it sets up. So instead of it being completely encased, it actually has about a quarter of the holster has been removed. I don't know. We'll try it out. We'll see how this works and how the setup is. So looks very interesting. It definitely gets minimum. One thing I will say with their holsters, which I've noticed in a few other manufacturers, in actually helping with the prototype design, I was actually unaware that when holsters are made, or the Kydex, a lot of companies use blue guns, and I did know that. DoubleClick actually uses real steel guns because the blue guns supposedly will warp or twist or just so much heat into them they kind of get soft. I was also told that because the blue guns are molded from a real gun, that a lot of times the dimensions are just slightly off. So that they do mold off of real guns, but what I was unaware of was how the molding process works. If you guys have ever watched quick videos, you always see that they put a gun and they lay it on a table, and then they put the Kydex on top of it and kind of like vacuum form it straight down, and it's on a big square table like this. I was actually told with DoubleClick, they actually have a convex or concave table, and that's how they get these really nice designs, and they don't need those wing foots. If you guys have seen a lot of appendix setups, they have that extra wing to actually kind of bend the holster around for your body. You don't need that with the DoubleClicks. And I was asking, that was part of my prototype design, like trying to figure out, did I need the wing? How they're set up. But if you actually look at their holsters, or if you have one, or if you can look at, well, now make sure I take some pictures of this and show that it's actually a curved holster. So when this goes into your body line, gets up on a hip or so, the actual holster is curved. So it works real well, and I've been doing a lot more appendix or just off like my front hip, above like my front pocket on the right side, and it sits in there and it actually goes with the natural body line of how your waist is shaped. I've tried it with a couple other holsters that I've got that are just the generic flat laid holsters, and I noticed that my belt, or that the wings where the belt goes through, are totally torqued, and it's trying to flex the holster around to make it sit for the body, or it's basically like you put a big brick beside your body and you're trying to bend it this way around. It just doesn't work real well. One holster I've had actually it was probably my first Steyr holster, Kydex one, and it's a good holster. I like it, but in certain positions, in a more rotational way, it really, really shows. So I'll make sure I get some pictures of that and show you guys where all that works. So that's cool. Well, got a couple new holsters to try out. I'm hoping that prototype will actually get one to test, or it'll be the first phase of it. We're hoping for my range day, and that's something else we can talk about. That will be officially announced this month, so do stay tuned. We're getting the rest of the companies on board. If you guys have been to one of my range days, you know we go to Nashville, Tennessee to Royal Range, and we have a blast for the whole day. So make sure you guys plan, put it on your calendars. It will be August of this year, and I'll make the announcements a little bit later on in this month and get all the flyers out. So just kind of note it, it will be a Saturday. So just kind of like look down, start thinking how that normally works, and pick a Saturday. We're going to be doing something. So that's happening. Getting here into the bolt gun. Like I said, guys, here in a couple days, on the 4th, we're releasing a video. I can tell you that this Steyr rifle, I know from the factory, it's a part of their guarantee. They set up all the time. These guns will shoot 1 minute of angle, guaranteed, or they take the gun back, give you all your money back, everything at 100 yards. I can tell you that this rifle shoots 1 MOA a lot farther than 100 yards. If you guys know what the project is, 0 to 1 mile, I'll let you use your imagination until you pull it out on the video and it's made officially announced. But somewhere in the neighborhood of past 1,500 yards, there's still 1 MOA. I'm using a Leopold Mark V HD 7x35. I do have a Delta Point RMR offset on the spur mount. This is only using the 20-minute rail, or 20 MOA Picatinny rail through the front. I do have a Charlie Tarak that goes on the front that gives me additional 30 mils of elevation, and we ended up using it, shot with it, enjoy every bit with the Charlie Tarak. That is so nice to throw that on the front of the gun, instantly be able to redial back to your 0 and start the calculation over again, having an instant 30 in the front. So we had more than enough elevation. I was kind of disappointed when I first put this mount on, and after zeroing it and seeing how much rotational I have, I only have 18 mils or 18.4 mils up left in my optic once getting the slope. But once you put the Charlie Tarak on the front, that's instant. I've got almost 50 mils I can dial right on the optic, and then once it's fully dialed, I can still adjust inside almost another 6 or 7 mils. So past 50 mils of elevation, which is ridiculous for distance. Maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll try 0 to 2 mile next. But we're working on it. I took some pictures the other night. We pulled the upper and lower chassis assembly out, went through, cleaned it all up, was doing it. I just didn't actually clean out the bore, and I need to do that because I knew I was going to be shooting. I didn't think it was necessary, but I'm going to bust out some carbon, actually it's just carbon remover and lead remover, everything else, and just clean up all the lands and grooves and get it all prepped and ready for the next competition and getting out. So that's where we're at. I'm going to end up finishing up a video. The AUG is, at the current moment, getting a barrel worked on. I'm trying to get the tulip off the front, so I had to send the barrel out to get it. I could not get it broke free due to the Loctite. So as a safety reminder, I tell you guys all the time, there's certain things that you just shouldn't do at home, or you actually have to have tools for. And I, even being an armorer, I know how to get the front off. I just don't have the right tools or enough leverage, me to hold it, and I did not want to put that barrel into a vise or stand on it or anything else. So I actually sent it back to have the front tulip flash hider removed. So as soon as it gets back, I've got a bunch more stuff coming, and Corvos Defense is supposed to be getting me a shipment ready, so I'll have some parts and we can actually do some side-by-side comparisons in rail systems. And I've ran the RMR on the front. Currently the AUG is set up with Magpul flip-up battle sights, So we've taken it from an optic gun back into close quarter combat, and that's kind of what we're playing with. And hopefully here shortly we'll actually have a can on it and keep it suppressed. So that's what's happening there. I would recommend, like I said, keep an eye out this week for the next 4 days. I'm going to start putting out a bunch more pictures, start getting things rolling around. There's a news press article coming out. I'll make sure that there's links and everything else that's coming to it. If you guys are into PRS shooting or ELR shooting, you know, if you're just into 308 in general, I've got a really, really awesome video coming out and updates just on everything PRS and getting to play with bolt guns at distance. So that's coming out, and like I said, a little bit later in the month, we'll make the official announcement for the next range day in August. All right, guys. Well, that's it. I know it's almost 8 o'clock. It's Saturday. Hopefully someone's gotten to go see the movies. I did. Our movie theater finally opened, so I went and saw Mortal Kombat, and it was good. It was different. Wasn't the best, but it was good. Definitely haven't seen a movie in a year, but if you haven't seen it and you're into martial art movies, you'll get a thrill. It'll burn up 2 hours of your night. All right, y'all. Well, that's it here. I'm going to do some voiceover work, finish up that video, and post some pictures. So, like I said, if you guys have any questions, as usual, send me an email. You can DM me, Facebook, Instagram. Keep an eye out. Just toss me a message, and I'll get to you as quickly as I can. Answer anything I can do, questions or options, or if you're looking to know where to buy some stuff. I know there's a bunch of Steyr stuff that's coming around. People are getting more stuff. Actually, one of the importers is actually here on the chat tonight watching. If you check him out at VT Service Group, he can get you a lot of stuff, and he's actually probably my go-to guy for if you need to get something shipped to a different country. So they can do it. So check them out at vtservicegroup.com. Alrighty, y'all. Have a good night.